Thank you.
That's my jam.
Girl, who you telling? Let me play. Let me tell you something. Okay, let me pause. Okay. Whew. Welcome to the Facebook brand. I am your host, Monique Marie, and you are
Monique.
the lovely singer, songwriter, composer, Black queen,
Oh, thank you, sis. Likewise.
beautiful distraction. Okay, CEO of Mojo Entertainment, LA.
Yes,
Sophia
ma'am.
Mojo.
What up? What's up, y'all?
What's up? Welcome. I'm so again happy. Usually I don't like to just go right to the music, but this EP is incredible.
Wow, thank you. Thank you.
So congratulations. I brought you in on Savage You Made Me.
Yeah.
You have incredible vocals. I think, of course, you know this by now.
Thank you.
Savage You Made Me was produced by Sam Harmonics. Am I saying that right?
That's right. That's my boy.
Talk to me about this song here. The entire walk me through it.
Yes, I love this song. Savage You Made Me. That song, that's my shit talking song.
Woo.
I had some stuff to get off my chest, but it was really just, just like a, now it's time to show you, what you lost out on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like a message to all the exes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, my boy Sam, we actually met a couple years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it was when I was doing, we were doing the events at the Study in Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
showcase events. And so I was meeting a lot of artists and singers, songwriters. It was with Unplugged LA. Shout out to Unplugged LA.
Shout out to
Um, but I met Sam and I was just like, oh my gosh, like because he's actually an amazing artist too. But he also produces. And so it was in the middle of like quarantine. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think there was even just a shift for me to kind of just get back to like just grassroots, like connecting with people and wanting to do something really creative and really organic.
Yeah.
So I hit him up. He sent me like 20 beats, like, yo, have at it, sis. And that one, it was just bossy. Like it just had this knock to it.
Jesus.
And so I was like, you know what? This is just a message to, like I said, just really for anybody
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
who really took any circumstance. Because that's the thing. It's like I'm R&B, so I talk a lot about relationships and things like that. But you can really just take that, relate that to anything in life, right? Anything that has, tried to bring you down, tried to defeat you, tried to, make you quit, make you, you know what I mean? Make you doubt yourself.
Yeah.
Taking that and turning it into like, you know what, now I'm harder, now I'm stronger.
Yeah.
Now I'm a savage, I'm a beast.
Yeah.
And, come talk to me now. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like that type of thing. And so that was just the whole energy behind the song.
Well, I got the whole energy. Hustler, a fighter, survivor. Don't wait
Yeah.
for nobody for nothing.
Right.
Alone but not lonely.
Right.
So when I first heard this song, of course, I listened to the whole EP, but this song, and I can really swear on everything. My cousin this morning. I cried. Like,
Wow.
bawled out. I don't know where it was coming. I was just like, why am I crying?
Wow. Really?
Bawled out. So not from sadness, just the emotion that you put into
Yes.
that song.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
really no bullshit, like all joking aside. Like the song
Wow.
it's
That means a lot.
it's deep, it's a hit, it's everything. Like if they don't
Wow.
know, they will know.
Right. You better tell them.
Sophia
Thank you.
Mojo Thank you. Oh, really, I was just like,
Wow, that
what
means a lot.
this about, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, incredible. So, going back to humble beginnings, we'll come back to the crazy, amazing. But talk to me about your family, because you come from an amazing family of sound singers, brother and sister,
Yes.
deep rooted. Talk to us about your.
Yes. Deep roots in music and entertainment. You know,
Mhm.
my whole family is musical.
Yeah.
From Chicago.
Hmm.
And so my parents, they wrote for like old school, like legends, Maurice White, Nancy Wilson,
Yeah.
Helen Baylor, you know, just some really deep roots in music. And so that was the culture I grew up in.
Hmm.
You know, I started out really young on TV and, you know, singing at Disney at what age? Um, 6.
Hmm. Wow.
You know, all the way through just, you know, all kinds of things, commercials, voiceovers, you know, theater dance, you know what I mean? So it's just, I grew up in that. You know, and really my parents moving out to LA, and I tell my dad this, I just talked to him about it. I said, you know, you guys don't realize, because they moved out to LA for music. So
Hmm.
I really kind of grew up mostly in LA. So I consider myself a LA baby with Chicago tendencies.
Yes.
So they moved out here for music, but I don't know if they realized that they were moving out here, I think for us, for their
Yeah.
legacy, for their children. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Because we have been able to kind of like sink our roots into, you know, the music industry and what's going on now, and just kind of growing up in that environment. You know,
Yeah.
my brother, my sister, you know, singing, just coming off tour with Kanye with Sunday Service. You know, just some of the things that I've been able to do just in my own career has just been amazing. And I don't know if we would have had those same experiences had we not been in LA.
Yeah.
So I'm very thankful. But yeah, just music is all I've ever known.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's just, it comes natural, and it's really a gift from God. That's all I can
There.
say.
I mean, that's there it is. I mean, literally, you can sing, like you can sing. Now, like, girl,
Thank you, Boo.
and people know I just feel humble too, because as we talked, artist to artist, it's like
Right.
I still like to hear dopeness. I need to be touched. I want to
Yes.
feel what you're talking about, and so I just honestly feel honored every time I have
Right.
a
Right.
voice on the show. I see we have another voice that just popped in. I see Riwu all the way from Canada. That's a
What up?
banger. So you got some support on here tonight from some
Yes. Thank y'all for tuning in. What's up, everybody?
on here tonight, honey. So yeah, I think
Shantae, what's up?
incredible that the family, you get it from the family. So how are you able to
Yeah.
do all this? Because you are balancing uh
Girl.
life, the CEO, business, and mother, album, EP.
Right. Oh gosh. You know, and even just when we connected the other day, it was like just
I
trying to
know.
find a minute.
I thank you.
Girl, listen, I'm gonna tell you, I make time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I will make time for what's important. You know, you
Oh
just inviting me on. I just want to say, I just thank you so much.
my goodness.
You know, just to even have an opportunity to talk, you know, to connect with people, not have a mask on. You know, it's a whole different era right now.
Thank you,
I'm
man.
telling you. Right. But I really, I have a support system. My husband is very supportive. Shout out to Brian. He's on here somewhere. He should be. What up, Big Mo?
Brian.
Um, yes. Oh, and working out. You're right, Shantae. Yes, because girl, I started with my personal trainer.
Oh, that, yeah,
Girl, listen,
that's it. Good
I'm
Lord.
trying to get it all
Yeah.
together.
It's a lot. It's a lot to do, but you wear many hats, and that's what I think
Yes.
people don't realize. It's like even if you have a team, you still wearing 20, 30 hats because it's your baby.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. But I do have an amazing team.
Mhm.
I have amazing support,
Yeah.
and that allows me to do what I do. You know, and I really, I mean, everything I do, you know, from being a mother, you know,
Hmm.
to being an executive, even to working. I still have a 9 to 5. You know, I still, you know, do that to support and, you know, pay bills and things like that, along with music,
Yeah.
which also contributes and allows me to do, you know, the things I want to do creatively. But, you know, it's all an investment. You know,
Yes.
I invest my time into what I want to grow. It's like a seed.
Yeah.
And I'm just realizing how important, you know, planting seeds in multiple areas is, you know, so
Talk about it, honey.
yes.
So speaking of seeds, honey, okay, going back to Power Play. So we have 7 tracks, starting with Power Play. The visual is amazing, by the way.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Power Play was produced by AJ Starr.
Yes.
Amazing sound, amazing visual, the content, everything super dope. Um,
Thank you.
Beautiful Distraction. Okay.
Mm,
Another sound produced by AJ Starr. Talk to me about
yes.
the creative process of this sound.
Yes. I love AJ. He's like a brother to me.
Yeah,
And I hope he's tuned in. If he is, you know, tap in, say what's up. But
yeah.
um AJ, you know, I've known him since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We like kind of grew up together, but this is actually the first music collaboration that we've ever done.
Mm,
So just to even connect with him on this level and just, you know, kind of see what that is like
yeah,
is just amazing. What I like about his sound is it's different, it's unique.
yeah.
If you listen to even both of those songs, you
Totally.
really can't say it sounds like anything.
Yeah,
And I feel like in the music industry, that's where artists miss that mark because
yeah.
they always trying to sound like somebody else.
Mm-hmm,
And although, you know, there's a time to maybe pay homage, you
yeah.
know, to maybe some of the musical errors and kind of, you know, take elements from different types of, you know, music, greats and things like that. I think ultimately everybody's looking for something original. You know, everybody's looking for a sound that they've never heard before.
Something
That's
different.
the only thing that's going to differentiate me from the next person or anybody else. So I really appreciate AJ because he gave me a sound that, you know, I had never heard before. And so what I did, you know, mixing, yes, send me some stuff, Tony Bates.
Who's that?
You better, you better. So
Sophia.
yeah, he gave me a sound that I had never heard before, and it challenged me. And he
Mm-hmm.
even said, he was like, you know, when I did this beat, I said, when he did Beautiful Distraction, oh, and Power Play, yeah. He was like, if I know anybody that can do something to this, it's gonna be Sophia. And I,
Yeah,
you know, and I'm always up for a challenge.
yeah.
So both songs were written at the top of quarantine. And
Mm-hmm.
so the whole project was written I want to say like within like a month or two,
Wow.
maybe. It was just song after session, song session. It was like I just knew that this was a message that needed to be out there.
Yes.
And so that was the message behind Power Play, you know,
Mm-hmm.
for everyone who was just sitting, you know, in their home trying to figure things out, you know,
Yes.
trying to understand like, what do I do now? You know, not having the same resources, you know, well, it's time to make power moves. It's time to do what you say you was going to do, to still do it, to think about what you can create, to think
Yes.
about what resources you already have that
Mm-hmm.
you ain't even tapped into yet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so that was the message behind that. And then Beautiful Distraction. I just, you know, being in quarantine with your mate,
Beautiful.
you know, look, you ain't got nothing else to do but just to be all up into each other, making love all day, anywhere and everywhere,
Oh,
on
Jesus.
top of the countertops, you know, in the kitchen, on the laundry, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Remember, I'm talking Scorpio here, so you know
Oh,
we
yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
like. Okay, listen.
Right. She getting hot. Yeah, she's like, I see you. She's like, you
And,
go, girl.
and speaking of Black love, okay, that is
Mm-hmm.
also on the EP. You have an amazing, amazing song there. Feature another artist by the name of Black Thompson.
Yes.
This, I think, is so powerful because, of course, of what you're talking about and who you're talking to. I think if
Yes.
you really
Yes.
listen to the lyrics, you know, from my,
Yeah.
perception, you
Yeah.
talk to me. You're talking to the Black man. You're talking to the Black woman and Black man who are both going out there today, face knows what, because we're Black.
Yes.
But
yes.
The connection and the intimacy, I think, is just so powerful in this song. So talk about the creative process with you and Black Thompson on this one.
Well, Black Love, you know, with everything that was going on with the death of George Floyd and, you know, tragic, just with all of the unrest around, you know, racial tensions and things like that, I just wanted a song that was just going to empower our people, sis. I'm going to just be honest. I says, listen, if nobody else loves us, we got to love ourselves.
Amen.
And Black Love is not just a relational song, because it's really, it's, you know, the love from me to you. It's the love from a brother to a sister. You know, it's just about, you know, this type of love is untouchable. Like, our love is strong enough to change the world. You know, these lyrics are really just applied to just the type of bond and strength that I feel like we have as Black people.
Yes.
I think we're bred into that because we, you know, the society we live in, but it's unmatched. Like, we are relentless as a people. And I wanted to just have a song that kind of paid homage to that and highlighted that, that type of relationship, you know, between Black people amongst each other. And then Black, you know, his name is Black. So I was like, we got to get Black on this. It don't even make sense without having Black on it.
Amazing. I mean, another amazing singer. You know, I just feel like, goodness gracious.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
Sound, the host, and of course produced by your cousin, right?
Yes. Co-produced by So Classic and Huckabera. That was a great collaboration. For that, my cousin just sent me kind of like a stripped down version of that song, and I just, you know, and that was really, really good because it allowed me to kind of like tap into and flow and just get really deep. And what I love about that song too is, you know, in my process, you know, sometimes I'll kind of like do like a scat, like a melodic scat, for a song to kind of figure out what I'm going to do for the melody. But sometimes, you know, I rework it and I'm like, okay, well, I like this and maybe switch that there, and then I write the lyrics. But that one, it was like, it just came out, you know, you know what I mean? It just kind of like, that was my raw scat, and then I just created lyrics.
My God.
You know, and I tried to go deep, you know what I mean, just so that you could feel something, that you felt good about being Black when you hear that song, you know, and that you felt more in love, you know, with your Black love, you know, when you hear that song. So I am praying and hoping that that song becomes a theme song for some TV show, some episode of something, some type of Insecure, you know, series or a movie or something. So if y'all listening in, share that song. Make sure it goes straight to the right ears.
Well, you speaking it into existence. Okay.
Amen.
Wrote it and put it out there, and you know, as we all know, once you put it out there, yes, it belongs to us. It belongs to the world, you know. So
amen. Amen.
Definitely can see that taking place. So who have you been listening to aside from yourself? Because it's interesting to hear your powerful sound of influence. I who you're influenced by, but who do you listen to on daily?
You know, I've been listening to a lot of gospel music lately. And yes, I've been on a whole different page lately, just really feeding my soul. And I've been listening a lot to Todd Delaney. I don't know if you heard of him, but he not too long ago just released a Back to the Book project where he's literally singing scriptures. Like Proverbs and Psalms, and he's made like songs out of it, and I'm just like, that's genius, because you don't even gotta make your own lyrics in scripture. And then I just it's just so powerful and so musical, like the whole project the musicality is just, you know, so really aspirational. For me, even in my artistry, I've always tried to incorporate live sound, live music, live instrumentation. I've probably only did maybe about literally one or two audio only
Mm,
performances,
my God.
which is kind of crazy, but it's because I feel like there's something about the connection between live vocal and live instrumentation. And
Yes.
so I'm inspired by his music when I hear it.
Hmm.
That's why I did Power Play Acoustic. You know,
Yes.
shout out to my boy Gabe, who came in and, you know, put
Yeah.
his keys on there.
He's amazing.
But I've been, yes, girl. And I've just been feeding my soul with gospel music, a lot of Todd Delaney. You know, I like Tasha Cobbs. You know, aside from, yes, girl, that's my powerhouse right there.
Yeah.
But, you know, aside from that, you know, I do like her. That's
Hmm.
my girl.
Yeah.
So I
Beautiful.
listen to her. You know, every now and then, you know, I'm a '90s baby, so I go back to my '90s R&B. You know what I'm saying? So I just love music. I'm a
Yeah.
music lover.
Well, you could definitely feel it. I mean, like, I don't like to compare anybody to anybody. But just to say, if I had to put you in a realm with some heavy hitters and some
Mm.
powerful voices who know how to use their tool, uh,
Wow. Yes.
technicalities are not the word. It's more using the technical, uh,
Hmm.
breathing, and you can just hear everything you're doing. I mean, at least I can.
Wow.
It is like all over the place. So I would have to say Shaka Khan. Uh,
Oh, girl, that's my girl.
yeah. I mean, I hear highs and lows. I hear as low as
Yes.
Brandy and
Yes.
Sade. Uh,
Ooh, yes, you spot on, girl. Because you know music too.
yeah,
That's the thing. You know.
you could really sing. Like, this is serious. So talk to me about Mojo Entertainment, LA.
Yes, and I am wearing our sweater, Mojo Entertainment LA. So our merch, but really, this was something that my husband and I started.
Yes.
So it's black owned,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all go support.
Yes.
But it is a live sound production
Mm-hmm.
and entertainment company. So we do live sound, live recording, filming, editing, mixing, lighting,
Everything.
uh, everything. And, you know, it actually started because when I first started performing,
Mm-hmm.
I would get booked at venues where I was invited to sing and do my sets,
Yeah.
but they didn't have a system. So it was like, you got the space, you got we will pay you to come and do your thing, but you
Mm-hmm.
got to supply all your stuff.
Yeah.
So
So
as
here we.
crazy as that was, you know, that was my beginning. And so my husband started to build, you know, equipment and build his knowledge and skill. He's self-taught,
So.
girl. And what we do is we do anything. So we do music videos.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do concerts. We did a roll-up concert just recently, a couple music videos. Um, We've done talent fashion shows.
Mm-hmm.
We've done birthdays. We've done release parties. I mean, anything you can think of, we can power it. We
Yeah.
can film it. We can live stream it. Whatever you want.
Now, are you just only based? I mean, obviously it's Entertainment LA, but do you travel for business or?
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
Yes.
This is.
Definitely travel. You know, wherever, because I mean, that's just the day and age we live in. Everything is digital, so just hit us up.
Yeah.
You know, we're actually going to be going to Jamaica, hopefully,
Jesus.
at the end of this year. Yeah, to do a couple of events there. It's just a lot going on. We're just so blessed. I just can't, you know, take any credit. Huh?
I said, you're like, we're just going to be going to Jamaica just for a few days.
Right. You know, just to work, you know. But it's what we love doing.
Yeah.
You know, to really be a support, and especially for when it comes to doing things for independent artists, because you know whether you have wherever whatever level you're starting at, you know,
Yes.
depending on your budget, it's like, you know, we're willing to work with, you know, people who are just starting and, you know, major corporations. So, you know, that's just because this is what we do, and it's really our giving back to the music industry.
Absolutely. Hi, Uzila. I see you, Uzila. It's a lot of people from Canada on here tonight, honey.
Yes, shout out to Canada. What up, Big Mo? I see
So
you.
2016, if I was to go back to 2016, because I mean, I went through your catalog, okay? Love Me Not, of course.
Wow. You taking me back, girl. I see where you're going with this. Oh, my jeez.
So,
What?
yeah, that's just, you know, I have to go back.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I want to feel it, like literally, okay?
Oh, my
I have to
jeez.
feel the sound to know who you are. So the song is I Want to Feel It.
Yeah.
Total different sound, of course, from today's EP.
Yeah.
Total different. I mean, just the voice. I mean, you could do everything. Like I hear like so much going on here as far as from R&B to soul to rock, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So how would you say your music has evolved since Love Me Not to Power Play?
You know, it's interesting because the way I see music and the way I interpret music is an expression of my own experiences and my own just inspirations, things that inspire me. And I get inspiration from all over the place, you know, for the songs that I write. Because I feel like as a songwriter, and the way I've heard it before, is that songwriters are scribes. And as the scribe really documents the times, documents, you know, experiences, you know, puts in writing. I feel like we put in writing those things that are happening that maybe the average person cannot communicate, is experiencing, but you know, needs a voice, if you will. So that is something that I do and I take very serious as far as, you know, songwriting. And that, with that being said, it's like I'm a different person than I was back then. So you're going to see an evolution in my music based off of my experiences and how I've grown as a woman and how I've grown, you know, in my my musical career and just life, you know what I mean? So one thing that has been consistent is my music being message driven. I feel like for me, music for me it's not just an outlet. I have a responsibility. I feel like I'm a vessel, you know. I believe that God has gifted me with this talent, and so I have to take it seriously. So I'm a vessel to flow through. And what that means is I get messages. Like I feel like there's things that I'm inspired to impart to people, to inspire people, to empower people. And so that has been the same, because Love Me Not was me going from trash relationships. And I'm going to just say it because I don't know who. What up, 10? I don't know who's tuning in right now. Any of my exes tuning in. But I had been through just really horrible relationships. But then I was transitioning to meeting my husband and the man that I ended up marrying. And so Love Me Not, if you listen to the songs, like half the songs are about heartbreak and heartache. And then half the songs are about love and like what real love is. And that was the message. The message was, this is love. And this ain't. And you need to know the difference.
You have to know the difference.
You know what I'm saying? And that was the thing, you know, with Power Play. The message was, don't wait for nobody. Get your boss up. Let's go. Something different. Let's make moves. You know what I'm saying? And so it's always, my music is always message driven.
Yeah. Well, I felt it, honey. That's all I got to say about that. Okay.
Yes. That's awesome.
Like between Love Me Not. I mean, again, I'm humbled. That's all I can say. Thankful and grateful.
You're awesome.
What would you say I know this is hard, but what would you say off of Power Play? What is your favorite song?
It is because each song, is a different piece of my expression.
I know, but if you have
Um,
one to deliver
mm,
a message
mm, mm.
just for tonight, and they said you got one shot at only singing one song of Power Play, what would you pick and
You
why?
know, right. I would say that makes sense. Makes sense.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
makes sense.
Hmm. I like make
Um, mm.
produced by is it Tunes? Christopher
Tunes.
Tunes. Okay, I said Tunes.
Chris Tunes.
Not
That's my boy.
Tunes. Tunes.
Not Tunes.
Tunes. Forgive.
No, we. It's not
I'm
Spanish.
I'm reading Tunes. So Christopher Tunes.
Yes,
Okay.
Tunes. Tunes.
Yes, produced.
Um,
Beautiful sound. Talk to us about why you would pick this song. Makes sense.
yes. Makes sense. I would say is one of my most vulnerable songs. It's
Yeah.
probably top three where I, as a person,
Hmm.
put the most vulnerability into my music.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that, for me, um, that's why I love Tunes. Shout out to Chris Tunes if he's on, because
Chris Tunes.
his music draws that out of me. Each producer I work with, and that's why I work with multiple producers, because they each bring something different out of me that I want to express.
Mm-hmm.
But he always makes me go deep all of a sudden. He
Mm-hmm.
he also produced Doozy
Yeah.
off the first project.
Yes. Love me. Love me.
So
And bring up Duke.
that's right. That's right. That's right. So that song, I was really just at a place where I just felt stuck, like a lot of people felt, in the beginning of quarantine, and probably still feel even to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Just feeling like, in a place where I can't do what I really want to do, and everything going on is just, so crazy in the world. Even now, it's like we in 2021, but I'm gonna be honest, ain't nothing changed really.
Yeah.
A lot of horrible
Yeah.
things are still happening.
Yeah.
The world is still not in a good place right now,
We
not even
got,
close.
got to stay prayed.
So exactly, and so that song is about um, finding that something or someone that makes it all worth it for you, that makes it all make sense of the reason for existence, the reason to go through everything that we go through.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be, a person, or that can be, God. And for me,
God.
that's God.
Yes.
For me, that's my husband. For me, that's my children. My son just being born, he's my miracle baby.
Yeah. He's beautiful.
Um,
Boy.
thank you, thank you. I didn't even know if I could have a child.
No.
A lot of people, don't know this about me, but I suffered from endometriosis for
Mm.
years.
Mm-hmm.
For about 4 or 5 years, I struggled with that. A very painful uterine disorder. If anybody knows, what that's like. And Mo, you on here, that's family right there, seeing me in pain,
Mm.
you know, um, at church, and just, I'd be at rehearsals on the floor, hunched over with the mic, trying to sing while the band was
Mm.
practicing, being in
Right.
so much pain where I couldn't even move. Sometimes I had to decide if I could even go to an event or not, because I didn't know when the pain was going to hit.
Mm.
Um, but that makes you think about your, quality of life, and you start
Yeah.
to realize, like, I can't mess around with anything. Like, I gotta go full force at whatever I am really meant to do, at whatever I'm really purposed to do.
Yeah.
And so that song, is just the whole evolution of, realizing that, you know um I didn't know if I could have, my son, had my miracle baby.
And
He
he's a
makes it
good
all make sense for me. You know what I'm saying? My daughter makes it all make
guy.
sense for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
It
you
got paused.
know,
Is there a delay? You there?
I can hear you. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's it. You know, it's just that song is probably closest to me because I'm just the most vulnerable. I mean, there was raw feelings and emotions that went into that song.
Well, I think it's incredible, and yeah, I would definitely pick. I would pick Make Sense. I would pick
Thank you.
Savage You Made Me. I would pick.
Okay.
I'm like you.
Yes.
You can't
Tell
just pick
me.
one. Like this is impossible. Beautiful Distraction. All of it. I just think they're amazing. So talk about some of the you know the 2020 challenges, because I know you're talking about, even though we dealt with COVID, we dealt with,
Mm-hmm.
of course, seeing the real COVID, which was, of course, racism.
Right.
It reignited itself, of course, because everybody was watching TV at home. Still, we're in the middle of this. So when you talk about your inner peace and, you know, letting go, and a message that you would give to an artist that's still trying to make it and put out songs in the middle of this crazy time.
Right. Right.
Say to that up and coming singer songwriter that's similar to you, that's coming up behind you.
Yes. You know, you have to let the challenges and the difficulties that you face light a fire under you. You
Yeah.
know, not stop you, but start you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Use it as fuel to actually take action. And I think that was something that I saw in myself happen. I had to do power play.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, you gonna try to keep me, you gonna try to stop me from, oh no, it just, something rose up in me to produce inspiring music.
Yeah.
I learned something about myself in those moments. It's like I'm a fighter, and I will not back down when I'm pushed to the limit. And so, you know, when I was squeezed and pushed and pressed by what the world was giving me, you know, I had to take that and use that as fuel, you know, to produce something great, to produce something that would change somebody's life. Just to hear, you know, that you enjoyed, and just the people that have, you know, I've just gotten so much love, you know,
Yeah.
off of this project, and so many people, so many of my fans, you know, tell me how much the music inspired them,
Yeah.
and inspired them to even create music. And so I just feel like I would say, you know, there's no wall but the wall that you create. One of my biggest, I would say, my biggest, you know, mottos or life, you know, mantras that I hold on to, if you will, you know, is actually from the movie The Matrix.
Yes.
And there's a scene when Neo, he's in the what is it, the school for the gifted. He's talking to the Oracle. He goes to see the Oracle, and there's the little bald-headed boy looking like, you know, Gandhi or something, and
Yeah.
he's making the spoon bend. Remember, he's making the spoon bend, and so he goes to Neo, and then he goes, you know, you try it. And so Neo's looking at it, and he goes, the thing is, don't, and I'm paraphrasing it, he goes, don't try to bend the spoon with your mind. He's like, that's impossible. Only realize there is no spoon.
Ooh.
I'm just like, that just blew my mind,
Yeah.
because any obstacle that you see as an obstacle will be an obstacle,
Absolutely.
because that's how you see it. But if you do not see, I literally do not see obstacles.
Yeah.
They don't exist to me. And that's the only way that you're going to succeed, because what you do is, anything that's causing resistance, you find another way to where that had no bearings on anything, because it still got done. It's gonna happen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's really your mind frame has to be at a certain point. And for any artist, you know, coming up right now, especially during this time, you know, let that fire burn. Whatever you're feeling right now in your gut, like, you know, you want to do something but you can't, whatever, you know, let it push you to actually make something happen. Don't wait for anything to happen, but make it happen. You have that power, in, you know, a lot of times in the things right there at your disposal that you're not really, you know, acknowledging.
Yeah. Always looking for something else, the next, but it's
Yeah, yeah.
more than likely in your home. It's in front of you.
Exactly,
Um,
exactly.
it's
In
crazy.
the people you know, you know.
Yeah, because going back, like I would think back to 2020. A lot of people were like, "Oh, don't talk about 20." I always talk about 2020. I wouldn't even be doing
Mm-hmm.
this, if it wasn't for 2020. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So it's unfortunate. Yes, there's a lot of lives lost, but I say it, there's so much gain, that has taken place last
Right,
year.
right, right,
So
right.
you got to look at it from a standpoint, yeah, spiritually, because it's just like this is not coincidence, you know.
No, no. And I will say, I feel like, you know, God preserved me. I'm gonna be honest, you know, with a lot of the things going on where that happened to me even personally, you know, a lot of people would have been thrown off, you know, but I feel like God incubated me in a bubble to where, you know, things were going on, but they didn't phase me. It didn't rock my core, you
Mm,
know, and that's where, you know, prayer and meditation, devotion, you know, spending time like, you know, with God or spending time with your faith, praying, you know, that your core got to be strong
mm,
to where it doesn't matter
yeah,
what you're faced with. It won't rock you, you
yeah,
know, it won't shake you. It won't, you know, there's people, unfortunately, I know, you know, when something happens, they stop.
yeah.
They,
Mm,
whatever they were going for, it just stops. And I never understood that because I've always still been able to work through it, but that's only by the grace of God
mm,
and the preservation of God.
yeah.
So,
Well, you could see it. There's a lot of people that that you hear and talk it. People hold up, Bibles, like they Bible talk in the synagogues, but I mean, it's
right, in the synagogues.
in the synagogue. It's the
Right,
relationship, though. Like, again, no disrespect to anybody. You go to church, that's great, but it's like
right.
visually seeing what God is doing is more powerful
Yes,
thing. Like you can see
yes,
what you're doing.
yes.
To see your life, and to hear you,
Mm,
and for me to cry, like, cause I don't just be crying like that. 'Cause I was just like, what?
girl.
So
Mm,
anointed is what it is.
wow. Oof,
Definitely,
oof. You gave me chills right now, sis. Thank you.
listen
That,
to the EP, people. Please,
wow.
like this is
Thank you so much.
so. Speaking of manifesting and talking things into fruition, do you see to believe, or do you believe to see?
Mm. Now that's a good one.
Yeah, sip while you.
You know, she said, okay, we gotta take a sip on that one. Mm. Mm. Let
Yes.
me let me let me sit back on that one. Mm.
Right. Yeah.
Girl, you know what? I truly believe
Mm.
that you have to believe
Mm-hmm.
to see.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and I'll say, really, the, you know, sight and belief, it all boils down to faith.
Mm-hmm.
And faith is not a spooky word for anybody who don't believe in God. Faith is literally the belief in something
That is.
that you can't see as if it is already happening.
Mm-hmm.
And you put faith in the chair that you sit on to know that it's going to hold you up.
Mm-hmm.
You can put faith in something because you believe in that thing and what it does and what it's going to do. And so I just realized that, you know, when it comes to faith and belief, and that translates then into vision. And vision is the sight. Vision
Yeah.
is what you see.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to have vision is to believe in something that you have not seen yet,
Come on now.
as if you have already seen it though. That's where you can't miss that part,
Yeah.
because you can believe in something or want something to happen, but what takes it to the next level is believing it as if it has already happened. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about manifestation in the whole sense of like the new age,
Right.
you know, just sitting somewhere and,
No, this
you
been going.
know,
God
you
been
know,
doing.
I'm not talking about that, because I believe that there's a divine order and that there's a creator who ordained that.
Yes.
And that he sent his son, Jesus Christ. I don't want anything to be twisted with what I'm saying. I am a believer in Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
Mhm.
But I see that its vision is related to purpose, and you have to believe in those things aside from what you see, and to allow it to, you know, come to pass. It's like God wants to give and wants his people, you know, wants us to walk in what he has purposed us in.
Yes.
But we have to be able to believe that it's possible. We have to be able to believe that it will happen and that it's happening. And we got to translate that into our language, in our speech, the way we talk. You know, a lot of times people say like, oh, I'm believing for this, but they talking against it every time you hear them say something. They complaining, and that's literally canceling your prayers. You're literally canceling the very thing that you're saying you believe in for. So it's like alignment. It's like alignment with purpose, faith that breeds into vision, that, you know, that pours into purpose, and it all flows into each other. But I think the foundation of that is faith, which for me is belief in something that you can't see.
Yeah, and I love that because, like you said, people, yes, talk about it, and every time when we say, and I try to, you know, connect and relate, you know, to saying the word manifestation, but I always
Right.
take it back to where it comes from, which is calling things that aren't as though they are.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. That's scripture.
that's like scripture.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing
Straight
it,
up.
going on for thousands and hundreds of thousands of thousands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's crucial to be able to see it. You had to have seen this vision. You are definitely a visionary.
Yes.
You had to have seen this album. You had to have seen all the way to the cover, you know, to
Yes.
the show,
Yes.
to,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
to going back and making it make sense, you know.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
So,
Which I plan to do visuals on, you know, Make Sense. Yes. I plan to do a visual on Make Sense and Black Love for
okay,
sure.
yeah,
And maybe Savage, because you're making me think I gotta do a video on Savage You Made Me. So I might.
please do this. Yeah. I need to do a visual for Savage You Made. You just said,
Okay, all right, okay. You just put in the request. Okay.
yeah, like, no, that's like a lead. They're all that's your lead single. Like
Wow.
you got like 2 or 3 of them, but you know, Beautiful Distraction, but Savage You Made Me,
Woo.
my God in heaven. So
Wow.
wordplay is something I like to do because, of course, I like to pick words specifically for each artist. But I want to know what comes to your mind when I say the word or the paraphrase. No wrong or right answer. Just what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Okay.
Virtuous woman.
Like Proverbs 31? I don't know. Proverbs 31, I guess.
Okay.
Right? Well, I mean, for me, a virtuous woman is something I'm still aspiring to. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you, because there's a lot that goes in. I feel like that's a woman that all the other women want to be like. And, you know, that's just something I aspire to be. I'm still working on it. You know, do I feel like I've attained virtuosity or I don't, I'm working on that every day. That's my life is to be an example, to be a woman of substance, a woman of virtue, a woman of impact, to inspire generations of women to be the same.
Survivor.
A survivor. What comes to mind is just someone who, against all odds, rises to the top.
Yeah.
Because I'm not talking about survival in the sense of life and death, although it can be that. But there's something that happens when you have a vision and a goal, you know, and a dream in your heart, and you're faced with countless no's, you know, people telling you no in the music industry, and people telling you no in life, and dealing with fake friends that stab you in the back, and failed relationship upon relationship, like that can kill your dream. That can kill that light inside of you that makes you want to push and makes you want to do something great. And so I feel like when you push beyond those limitations and those things, even, and I'll say there's a lot of us who struggle mentally with, you know, the things that you tell yourself of
Mm,
why you can't do something, or why, you know, you don't deserve something. Um, Even the emotional and mental, and, you know, the thoughts that we face that we have to push through. I feel
mm,
like that's the survivor. The survivor is a person who pushes through all that against all odds, still
yeah.
comes out on top, and is somebody who at that point, you know, finds success, finds happiness and peace and serenity at whatever that means to you, but is able to push beyond those things to get to that point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Love.
God. God is love. I don't know anything about love,
Mm,
but through him, and the love that he's shown me, the love that he's given me. Any person in my life that has ever loved me has been a reflection of God's love towards me. My
right.
husband has been a reflection of God's love towards me.
Mm,
Um, it's all him. It's all, you know. Uh, different versions and appearances of him, you know, him showing me his love in different instances in my
yeah.
life.
Yeah. Well, I can say those words were picked specifically for you,
Wow,
um,
thank you.
from me to you. I just like to give you some words. Okay. I like to
I
give.
love that. I
Um,
love that.
Basically, even though you're saying you're not there yet, I, from the outside looking in, see you as a virtuous woman
Wow,
without
thank
even
you.
knowing your inner peace, without knowing your background. Like I said, sometimes people have
Mm,
people to tell them what they do daily. Um, I heard it through your
wow,
music. I
that
first
means
came
so
across
much.
sound, I was just like floored. And again, I just thank God that you responded and was like, yes, I'll do it. Like,
Yes, ma'am, of course.
oh my God. So you are a virtuous woman. You are love, and you are giving love to us all. So thank God.
Thank you,
Thank,
thank you. Wow, that means a lot.
thank God for God. Thank God for your husband and your beautiful children, because whatever
Thank
they're
you.
doing.
Yes.
So
Wow,
what's next? So
wow.
you talked about the visual, the merch. What can you share with
Yes.
us? That's
Woo.
from Sophia Mojo 2021.
I'm already working on the next project.
What?
Yes. Yes. That's part of
Wow.
the thing of me, just, you know, cuz I out of my experiences, and so I, you know, just at the top of 2021, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just doing some soul searching and coming to a place of just, you know, allowing God to just do some things in me, and within within a month,
Yeah.
a whole nother project already written and almost finished.
You're incredible. You're incredible.
So y'all can look out for, you know, after the visuals, maybe in between, I don't know, because really it don't matter. I can do whatever. I'm not signed to a label, so I can
Right.
do whatever I want. I am the business. You hear me? So I might drop a single and then drop a video from Power Play. I don't know, but y'all keep up with your girl. I mean, I just appreciate everybody tuning in, all the love that I've gotten so far. I can't wait to even release this new music. Monique, when I tell you this is just next level Sophia Mojo, I'm trying to tell you, like, I'm tapped in, like tapped in.
I already was at the next level. I mean, this is insane. No, this is some powerful stuff. Like, to be able to, and you know this, you know, like your family knows this, the background, to be able to really say it's real music. Like, you don't
Yes.
hear a lot of music anymore, you know.
Yes.
So, and again, no disrespect, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you know,
Right.
you are a musician.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
I want to share Beautiful Distraction with everyone.
Okay.
And while we take that time to bring that up, you share with everybody where we can find you aside from Instagram. What's your account
Mhm.
here?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
you take us out with that, and I'm going to play this Beautiful Distraction.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. And thank you, Monique, so much. My website is sophiamojo.com. You can find my music on all platforms, you know, stream, download that on Spotify, add that to your playlist. Sophia Mojo, Mojo. I got the earrings on today, the Mojo earrings.
Yeah.
You know.
Talk about the merch.
Yes, you know, the merch, DM me for the merch. I
Okay.
got the merch for you, but you know, that's on some exclusive. Like you got to hit me up for that.
Okay.
But please do, you know, this brand here, you know, Mojo Entertainment LA. I know there's a lot of artists on here. I mean, y'all can get at me on the music tip, on the business tip. This is what we do all day. So thank you.
So this right here is Beautiful Distraction, produced by AJ Starr.
Hey, Jay.
Available.
Yes.
So, hey, singing.
All distraction. Yes. You're so beautiful. Ooh.
Very smooth.
Ooh. What day is it? Monday or Friday? Woo! I know my phone. Show your face. Oh.
Laugh off your face. Okay.
Right, right. This time. So crazy. Go, girl. You sing it, girl. I hear you. Yes.
Hey.
Get up the ground. Woo! I'm trying to see what your body's saying. Yes. Just the sound of my lips to you. Take my mind
Let it shine.
and it's so beautiful.
So you're
Woo! I'm trying to see what your yes. The sound of my lips singing. Hey,
absolutely incredible.
that is my jam.
Everything sounds good. Everything is good music.
Woo!
I'm very impressed, Sophia.
Woo! Thanks, my dear.
Very impressed and very proud of what you're doing. And I just wish you so much love and success.
Thank you.
And may
I
God
appreciate you.
continue
I
to
really do.
we definitely stay in touch. I love your energy. You know,
Yes, ma'am.
and you know, you're a believer, so that's important. Um,
Yes, ma'am. Let's keep in touch because I want to hear your music too, Miss Monique Marie, where can I find you? Hold on. Where can I find you?
I know. You know what's so funny? Someone was asking me, they're like, what's going on with your platform? I'm like, everybody is my platform. Everybody else is my platform.
Well,
But
what about your music, though? Where can we find your music?
I released 3 songs
Okay.
I want to say in the last 4 months. So
Nice.
it's funny because I post, I just finally, and I, being that you're from the entertainment, videographer, industry, visual, I finally did visuals, Starr's Coleman,
nice.
So that
okay.
I'm coming. So yeah, everything, link in my bio. Click the link in my bio.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I got you. Yes, I love it.
Because the entertainment, Mojo Entertainment LA I can definitely use some of those resources.
Hit me up.
I'm sure we
hit me up
here, but I definitely I didn't know that you guys were doing. I mean, you guys are doing some big.
Yeah. We have an IG, so
yeah, I saw that.
If you want to check it out, or my husband's page, my page, whatever. But yes, please, because we definitely want to support you back. I definitely want to support you back. Seriously.
And I will share. You will see this, of course, but I will share because there's some few other artists from the Bay that are also in LA now that I can definitely can use your services. So I will be forwarding all this information over to them as well. So thank you.
Appreciate you.
I will talk to you soon. Take care.
Okay, my dear.
And
all right. God bless.
Okay.
All right. Bye.